congratulations, we have made it to Module 5, so you are officially halfway done with the class. And we are finally talking about a subject that many of you have been anticipating all course. We're going to be talking about stress this week. And we're going to be talking about what is stress, what causes stress, and how can you manage stress. So let's take a look at some of the assignments that you're going to have to do. For your discussion board, I want you to kind of think about what does stress look like in our culture? How do you know that people are stressed out? How do you know when you're stressed out? Does stress vary based on your gender or your ethnicity or your job situation? And then I want you to look for an app that you can use on your phone that might help you to manage stress or anxiety. So similar to what you had to do last week, I don't want to see any of the same apps. I want you, even if it's one that you look at regularly and somebody else has already mentioned it, I'd like you to look for a different one. And there's lots of ones that you can look at that might be more like a meditation or a mindfulness type app. They might be more of a stress or an anxiety related type app to help you to manage that. So take a look and see what's out there and then evaluate and see whether you think that would be effective. The other discussion board that you're going to be doing is looking at how your behaviors change as a result of being stressed out. So I'm going to have you watch one of my favorite videos. This is a TED Talk that's done by a health psychologist that talks about how to make stress your friend. And she has some really interesting observations about stress and our perception of stress, because a lot of our stress is based on perception. And so how even your perception of stress can impact your stress level. So those are going to be your discussion boards. Now in your journal articles or journal entries, what you're going to be looking at is what impact stress has on you. So I'm going to have you complete a questionnaire assessing your own stress levels. There's a couple of different ones that are included in the journal description, so you can pick and choose. You can do a couple of different ones if you want to compare and contrast and kind of look at what does your stress exactly look like. And then you're going to keep a log of what your stress actually is and rate your stress on a scale of 1 to 10. So I want you to be going through and kind of looking at seeing if there's patterns to your stress, that there's certain times of the day where you feel more stressed than others. There's certain situations that cause you more stress than others. So I really want you to look at where specifically is the majority of your stress coming from. And then finally, the last thing you're going to do in your journal is I want you to focus on how to manage the stress. So there's a very short little article called The Art of Slowing Down that encourages you to go to some kind of art museum and really take some time to just be in the moment. Kind of almost, it's like a mindfulness exercise of being in the moment. We oftentimes just rush through our days, rush through our exercises, rush through our commute, whatever we're doing. And so this just encourages you to slow down. So I'd like you to find some place where you can do this on your own. I'd like you to be intentional about it, not just, oh, I was driving down the road and I was really mindful of where I was and felt myself slowing down, or oh, I happened to be out on a bike ride, or oh, I happened to be taking a walk. Be much more intentional. I encourage you to find a museum. There are some on the HBU campus that are available. You can check the times on the website. And there are several free museums offered here in Houston. The Menil, which may or may not be open right now. You can check their website. But the Art Museum has a free day. The Science Museum has a free day. And again, the galleries that are available on the HBU campus are all free. If you don't have access to a museum, I encourage you to find some place, not in your house, not with your family, some place where you can just get away. It can be a very contemplative spot. Maybe you have a lake near your house, or you have just a very quiet, peaceful park or a prayer labyrinth that you can go to and just slow down for just a few minutes. And what does that feel like? Is it uncomfortable? Is it hard for you to do? Is it hard for you to carve out that time to be intentional? So I just want you to kind of have that experience and see what that's like. Then think about, is that something that you could regularly incorporate into your routine? Maybe not daily, but maybe once a week, maybe a couple of times a week. And what is that experience like? Okay, so that's plenty to do for this week. And in addition, you've got your mind tap exercises that y'all are doing a great job of keeping up on, your quizzes. There is a video quiz for this week. So make sure that you're keeping up with all of that. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.